2022-23 has been a really good year, and it's been a special year for us. We've done some things in our program that we've never done before, and we still have things that we need to do that we're excited about the future. But we're here to celebrate what we did this year and to be excited about our future coming up. Kind of before I announce the teams, while I've got parents here, we're going to take this opportunity to really tell you about what we do have coming up. And I don't mean the kids, I'll explain that in a minute. But our tennis program is on the rise. We have aspirations to be one of the teams that everybody talks about. The Lindells and the Wills Points, very good tennis programs. The Texas High and the Longviews, and I'll be honest with you, the Pleasant Groves. So we went down to 4A this year, and it was a true blessing for our whole school. Our entire school has had success this year, but we also, I think we would have had success in our tennis program even at the 5A level. Now, I will tell you, it helps to be in the 4A level, and we're excited to be there. We're going to be there next year, and by the looks of our numbers, I can't predict that and guarantee that, but the looks of our numbers right now, there's a really good chance that we'll stay 4A at least one more time. We would love to stay 4A as long as we can. And you just never know what the UIL will do. You never know what the numbers will do, but that's kind of our projections. Again, I can't say that, and you take that for whatever it's worth, okay? But we've had a really good year. For us to achieve and really be a Lindell, to really be a Wills Point, I mentioned them because they both went to state in several things. They went to state in team tennis. Pleasant Grove is a very strong, they won our district. They won more district matches than we did in team tennis. They beat us. We were second, okay? But our future is we're not going to be second. We're going to beat Pleasant Grove. We're going to turn around, we're going to beat Wills Point, we're going to beat Lindell, we're going to beat those schools, and we're going to go to state. And I apologize because I really do get excited when I start thinking about it. Coaches, as we're sitting around practicing right now, we're like excited. We're going, man, we have a chance to be pretty good. Now I will tell you, we lose 4 girls in Marquise. Marquise, I apologize, you're not a girl. We lose 5 kids that are very important to us. And so that's a tough thing to lose, but we are excited about what is coming, and we'll discuss that as we go as well. So this summer, and it's happening quickly, 2 weeks from now, we're in summer. We first of all, the first week that we're out, we have a camp. It's a little kids camp and a high school camp. So we'd love for all of our players to be there. In addition to our camp, we would love for y'all to sign up and go to some other camps. There are a lot of camps offered. I know Coach Martinez works, this year he's working the Texas camp again. He also works a camp at Bernie. Is that right, Coach? At Bernie. Several of our kids went to that last year. He's got friends all over the state of Texas, and so there are opportunities. All you got to do is ask. And I will tell you, there's some high dollar camps. I don't necessarily suggest those. I also am not going to say, hey, don't go to those. But if you were looking for a camp that's more economical, if you'll ask, we can find you a camp to go to. The other thing that we are doing as a whole campus, our whole high school, is we're doing summer conditioning. And it's just Wildcat summer workouts. It used to be called Edge. It is totally free. It doesn't cost a thing. It is Monday through Thursday. And what we're going to do, actually they have a guys session from 8 to 10. And then the girls and junior high session is from 10 to 12. We are going to practice tennis on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We've been going at night, but we're going to go in the mornings this summer. So from 8 to 10 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to have our summer practice. If they wanted to go to the workout right after that, from 10 to 12 would be awesome. And then our school is providing lunch for any athlete that comes to the summer workout, and that doesn't cost anything. In fact, if our kids sign up quickly for this summer conditioning, they don't have to come every single day. They're not going to get tardy notices and absence notices and stuff like that. But if they sign up, they'll get a free T-shirt. They get a chance to work out. And if your kids may gripe a little bit about our workouts, I don't think so anymore. At first, maybe, but they're really getting stronger. It's really awesome to watch them become the athletes they are. And I think the weight room is a big deal, a big part of that. So they need to come to that. What else? UTRs. So we've been hosting UTRs now for about 2 years. We did UTRs so that we could just play more. Our kids needed to play. They needed to play more. We needed to play more. So we've been doing it for 2 years. We held a UTR tournament a week ago, actually last Saturday. And it was one of our best UTRs. And when I say that, we had almost 40 kids there. There were some higher UTRs. It came down to some really great matches. Our kids competed. It was really, really one of our best UTRs. We love having them here, but we suggest that they go to other places. Kaufman now is doing UTRs. In fact, they're closer to Dallas, so they get Dallas people out to play there. And looking at 2 weeks from now, there is a Kaufman UTR that has some really good UTRs. As far as when I say that, that means the rating that they get. So when you first sign up for UTR, you have a low rating, and then you work your way up. And so our kids are working our way up, and I'm very excited about that. But UTR is a big deal. Now I'm going to throw up an ad in there. It's not for me. It's really for y'all. But there is on UTR, when you sign up, there's a thing that pops up and it says, do you want to be a part of the Power program or Power Performance, or I'm not even sure what it's called. I signed up for Makali every year because I knew she was going to play multiple tournaments. And what it does, you got to pay, I think it's $90 if you sign up to our academy. It's like $90 for the year. But it saves every time you have a tournament, they charge you $12. So it doesn't take very long for those tournaments to add up, and all of a sudden I really believe that it'd be to their advantage to sign up for that Power program. Okay. The other thing it does for you, you can see information on other athletes when you're a part of that Power program. Again, you don't have to do it. It doesn't matter to us. It just, I think in the long run, it'll save you some money, but it also allows your kids the chance to see some things that they don't if they're just regular. And then the other thing is that we're going to pass out a folder to them this year. And on that folder, it's going to list a whole lot of tournaments. Again, we're hosting at least 6, 3 or 4 singles and 3 or 4 doubles tournaments. So at our place alone, they can get tournaments, but there's also all around East Texas, there's a tournament circuit called the East Texas Circuit, and different schools will host an event. We're hosting 2 of those. But they have to play tournaments. So when they go to a UTR tournament or the East Texas Circuit tournament, they get points for those. Not points for winning, although that'd be great if they do win, and I think they will. A lot of them, if they go and play, they'll be successful. But they get points for being there. They get points for going to summer workout. They're going to get points for being at practices. Now, I will tell you this. We want you to go on vacation. Summer is go. If y'all can go on a 2-week vacation or 1 week here and 1 week there, go enjoy vacation. If you're at a mission trip or you're at a church camp or you have a job, whatever the situation, one thing we've asked players, what have we asked? Yeah, let us know. You communicate with us. Let us know where you are so we know that you're not just out doing nothing, sleeping in late, whatever. That's all we ask. But we are asking that they do those things, do the practices, do lessons. If they do a lesson, that counts toward a practice. If they're at a tennis camp and they miss all week of practice, they get credit for all week of being there, okay? Because that's a big deal. So all of those things will add up to points, and in order for them to make the team and be out there, they gotta earn so many points. Now, why are we doing that? We're doing that because, again, as we are talking and listening to these other coaches that are the high programs, the good ones, that's what they're doing. And so we're like saying, hey, I think this is important. Now, in saying that, it's not like we're begging and asking. I think our kids do that already. It's just a way to hold them accountable for doing that. Coach, anything I'm forgetting? Coach Gooch? Okay, I didn't even say this, and I know most of y'all, there's a couple people in here that I probably don't know, but I'm Coach Vetter, and I'm the youngest coach on our staff. That's the truth. I know I don't look like it, but I am. But I've been coaching tennis for 6 years. Okay, I've been playing tennis for, I don't know, 50-something. My dad and I played tennis all the time. In the summer, we would play constantly. I did not play in high school, and I did not play in college. But I've always loved the game. And so when I got a chance to come to Sulphur Springs, I actually asked if I could be a tennis coach. And the first day that we went to practice and the kids came out, they heard that I was a football coach. And they didn't think I could play tennis or probably knew anything about tennis. They just kind of thought I got assigned that. Well, that's not true. And I may not play very well. In fact, Ian beat me pretty handily. I let him, but no, they're getting so good that they're whipping me now. As a freshman, I beat him, and now I don't know that I will ever again, and that's okay. But anyway, I do love tennis. And I want you to know this, I'm learning tennis. So as I go and listen to coaches and listen to our coaches, that they know all the time, Coach Goose can probably attest to this, I'm having to have her slow down. I don't know what you're talking about. She's getting excited about telling me something, and I'm going, okay, I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about, so you have to slow it down. But I do love the game. I love your kids. We love your kids. So let me introduce them to you. Coach Gooch, Betty Gooch. Betty is a retired teacher / coach. So she's been a head tennis coach, and she's retired. She was actually helping around here. Somehow or another, we got hooked up with Coach Gooch. Next thing you know, she's helping us and coaching with us. And it's been an absolute blessing. Coach Gooch is amazing. Just to kind of, my resume is 0. Her resume is up here. She was an incredible tennis player in high school. She actually went to state in high school here at Sulphur Springs. And the more I talk to her, the more I learn from her. I'm just grateful to get a chance to be a part of her, be a part of coaching with her. And anyway, she is a true blessing. Betty Gooch. And then Coach Martinez. Now again, y'all that were here last year, y'all heard this for the first time last year, because I didn't really understand it for my first few years here. But I'd have coaches would say, he's a legend, he's a legend. I'm thinking, yeah, not really. I went to tennis clinic. I went to tennis clinic, and I found out that Coach Martinez is a legend. He's been coaching for a long time, a really long time, and but everybody in the state of Texas, I'm down there and I'm following him around like a little puppy, and everybody was calling him Tony the Tiger, or they would say, hey, Coach Martinez. I mean, they really knew him. A year ago, Coach Martinez took me to a Dallas Open tennis tournament, my first tennis tournament to go to live. I watched it all the time on TV, but his first one to go to live. Well, he had 2 kids that he coached that were players out there. We watched them. After the thing, they came up to him and were like, hey, Coach. I mean, I was in awe. I was going, oh my gosh, they really know him. He really coached them. It was a really awesome thing. So, again, I get an opportunity to learn from these 2 and it's an honor. I get an opportunity to coach your kids, and I want you to know that's an honor. We love what we do. We love your kids. We love watching them get better and better and better, and it's just so much fun. And so I want you to know, I want to say thank you to you for letting your kids play in our program. And then Coach Martinez is going to come up here in just a few minutes as well. Okay, at this time, I'm going to announce our teams. And as I do, I'll kind of talk about what we accomplished this year. I'm going to start with the JV. And as our JV went on, number one, when I first got here, our JV didn't exist. I mean, we might have had one kid, two kids would be taken occasionally, but we really didn't have a full JV. In the fall, we almost had a complete full team on the JV. Our goal is to have a varsity and a JV full teams all the time. And I think we're heading in that direction. Today, who's here on the girls team is Julie Santana. You'll stand up, Julie. And Evelyn Garcia. Evelyn's not here. But these two young ladies, and we actually had more than that, but through the year, attrition kind of, they're not playing tennis anymore. And so these two young ladies have worked hard. They've really had a good spring, and we've told them we're losing 4 senior girls, and we need somebody to step up and take that spot. And so they know that, and they're working hard to try to make that challenge. Our JV boys, Gavin Sills, stay standing. Anthony Small. Anthony is not small. Stand up, Gavin. Cameron Johnson. And Grayson Wall. Am I missing anybody other JV boys that are here? Aiden Murillo is another young man that's there. And again, we have several others that are, y'all sit down now. We have several other guys that are on the JV, but they decided not to play next year. And again, as they go, and in high school, in high school, it's a whole lot more intense than it is in junior high. And so some of them, just thinking, hey, yeah, I want to play, it's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal. And so we expect them to be in practice, we expect them to do certain things, and so it comes a little bit harder when you get into high school. But let me say this, we went to JV matches where we've got the majority of the kids. We came home with hardware. We're just doing a lot of things that's exciting. And I'll tell you, the reason we have such a good JV is because we have a lot of varsity kids right now. And so that's a plus because there's a lot of kids. And so now these other ones are playing JV. I will tell you this, I think it's important to play JV if you can. I know there's a lot of these girls that I'm fixing to announce in a minute that they played early on because we needed them at that spot. And some of these guys too. But I think it's a big deal if they get to play JV because they get to develop and have success. Sometimes they get thrown into the fire. Some of these guys as freshmen, all the sophomore group when they were freshmen, they're in a 5A district with Longview and T-High, and they're playing varsity against these kids that have been playing for 4 years. So sometimes that's not as good a thing. All right, so now I'm going to introduce the varsity, and the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to introduce the girls that are underclassmen, and then I'll introduce the boys that are underclassmen, and then I'll introduce the seniors last. So on the girls' side, freshman, Story Shropshire. Sophomore, Flor Gudino. Sophomore, Coral Perez. Sophomore, Ella Sant. And junior, Jesse Lee. me say this. These are the girls on the varsity that we have back for next year. And we're very excited about them. They've done some amazing things. Jesse and Ella both qualified for regionals this year, which is a big deal. We took 5 players to regionals, and we have not done that in, I don't know when the last time we've had 5. And I'll tell you, we're not taking 5 next year. We're going to take 13 or 14 or 15 next year. We really are excited about what we've got coming. So, okay, now I'm going to do the boys. I'll stay there. Boys, y'all come to this side. They're not in age order. Sophomore, Justin Chin. Freshman, Justin Chin. I think he's a sophomore all the time. I really do. I've done that several times. He's just been with us for a while. Freshman, Mac McCoy. Sophomore, Brody Emmert. Sophomore, Ian Westland. Sophomore, Malachi Negrete. Junior, Garrett Robinson. Junior, Crawford Johnson. And junior, Oscar Guerrero. And junior, Micah Petty. As you can see, our underclassmen here, we have a lot of guys, and it's a pretty exciting time. Very special group. Now, I will say this, Garrett is our fall tennis guy because Garrett plays soccer on the varsity team and is really good at that. And so he played with us in the fall, did a great job playing for us, and tells me he's going to play again in the fall, and so we're excited about that. But he is, he's a varsity tennis player. He just, in the spring, he played soccer. So, again, out of this group, Ian made it to regionals. And Malachi was an alternate, and so was Oscar as an alternate. So this is the future of our varsity right now. We've got some gaps here, and I'll be honest with you, we've got competition because these younger guys are saying, "I'm taking his spot, I'm taking his spot, I'm taking his spot." A saying that I love, competition breeds success. And I think when you compete against each other, you're better as a team. And so this is our future, and we're extremely excited about it. So while they're still up here, before I bring up the seniors, I didn't mention team tennis. So we also did something we haven't done in team tennis. I don't know if it's ever, but we haven't done it in a long, long time. But in team tennis, we got second place behind Pleasant Grove, which last year we made the playoffs in 5A, but we were 4th place. This year we got second place. We won our first playoff match ever. And then we made it to the second round. And then we got beat out by Lindale, who ended up going on to state. So again, something very special, but this group right here, they're not accepting that. They don't want to just go 2 rounds. They want to go 3 and 4 rounds. They want to go state. I would love it if we have state shirts next year, and we're celebrating that at the banquet. So this is our future of our tennis program. If you'd give them a big round of applause. All right, now the seniors, and this is hard because I got a daughter that's a senior, but it's also hard because all 5 of these seniors have been in the program, and most of them have been in the program through middle school and into high school, and maybe all of them. I'm I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. But I'm going to start with Marquise. Marquise Ford. Marquise is our only guy senior, but this kid is the heart. He's really a special kid in our program, and I'll tell you why. Because he never complains. He always is there. I really don't know many times that Marquise missed. And he's just got a smile on his face, not always. But, I mean, he's always doing something to help someone. Comes and says, Coach, what can I do to help? He competes, and watching him compete this year against other players and helping some younger players, he played against some younger players, it was just fun to watch. And I will tell you this, he didn't play on the varsity until this year, and he got a letter jacket, and he was fired up, and that means a lot to us, because that letter jacket is important, and to Marquise, that letter jacket was a big deal, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Our one senior, who's very special to us, and we love him dearly, is Marquise Ford. All right, on the girls' side, and I am not forgetting her, because I'm going to name her first, and probably last, Kaylee Schumacher. Last year I forgot Kaylee's name. It was written right in front of me, and I skipped over it, not on purpose. She thinks I did, but I didn't. I absolutely love Kaylee. Kaylee may not love me all the time, but she's really honest with me, and I love that about her. I'm going to miss her because she kept me straight. She would banter back with me, and it was a lot of fun. Let me say this about Kaylee. She's got incredible strokes. She works her tail off. I was afraid she wasn't going to play this year, and she ended up playing, and it was awesome. In fact, she was really close to going to regionals. Her and Coral were really close, and I thought we were going to take two girls' teams to regionals, and they just fell a little bit short. But she played with everybody. She played doubles with a lot of different people. She played singles. She battled through her arm, and I mean, she just is I love her, and I really I'm glad that she played this year, and I appreciate you a lot, Kenny. Kirsten McDonald. Kirsten's another young lady that is very special. She's been in the program the whole time. Were both y'all in junior high the whole time? No? 7th and 8th? And you were freshman year? So Kirsten started her freshman year, and I got to tell you, and I'll still say this, Kirsten's she's an athlete. In fact, Coach Gooch right off the bat said, "Did you play volleyball?" And sure enough, she did. She's just strong. She's athletic, and she's really over the years she's improved, and really had a great season this year. She played singles, and she also at district did a great job. And I mean, competed her tail off. We really thought we might have a shot at getting two girls out. And we thought our girls doubles and our girls singles had a shot at getting all of them out. And she was really close. Kirsten also is in the band. She's also in other things, and so is Kaylee. I mean, they do multiple things. And I mean, they're just a blessing to our team. And we're losing 4 girls and a guy, and they're all special. And so we're excited. Okay? Kirsten McDonald. I'm going to announce Kaylee over and over again. Trinity Luckett. Trinity were you in junior high the whole time? Just 8th grade? So Trinity was in 8th grade, and then high school, and Trinity's been one of our top girls tennis players the whole time she's been in high school. She's got an incredible forehand. Her signature shot is down the line, and she just got it. She's one of the most competitive young ladies I've ever been around. She does not like to lose, and it's probably to her fault sometimes. We lost Trinity, not lost, but Trinity went to Campbell for about a year. Was it just a semester? Okay, felt like a year. We missed her. But we lost her for that one semester in the spring where she went and played softball and did some things. But we're so happy to get her back. They finished third last year in doubles in 5A. So they were really close to going to regionals. And this year they won the district championship and they qualified for regionals. And we're really close. I mean, really close to having a shot to go state. So fell a little bit short, but I mean they competed so much, and if you go look at their tables, they have a lot of hardware. All of them do. It's amazing how many medals they've gotten in 4 years. But she's been very special. She can do honestly singles and doubles. She was really good at both. And she has a chance, if she so desires, to go play college tennis. So Trinity Lucky. Kylie Metter. Kylie has been on the varsity for 4 years, and I'll be honest, I was shocked as a freshman, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but as a freshman, she was really small, and she was scared to death. I was coaching football when she was going to tennis, and she would cry getting out of the car because she didn't want to go up there. And so she's come a long way. She really worked hard to improve. And again, I mean, she's special to me because I got to watch her grow. As a 7th grader, when she played 7th grade volleyball here, she had to move up to the service line to get it over the net. And so she has grown and matured. And she also plays golf. Kaylee and McKiley both play golf, which is a hard thing to do, both of them. And actually, McKiley's going to state in golf this coming Sunday. So they went to regionals. Trinity and McKiley were partners for 4 years, or really 3, because they missed that spring. But they went to regionals this year. McKiley met her. 5 seniors, not yet. 5 seniors that really are rocks, and I'm going to tell you. We've had some really good ones come through, and one sitting over here, and I'll mention her in just a second. But as far as girls, I don't know if we've had this many. We've had a lot of guys one time. This year we only have 1 senior. He stuck through it, and I'm proud of him. But when you lose a group like this, it's a big deal. And seniors, we love you, and we just want you to know we think the world of you, and we hope for the best for you. And we know you're going to be successful because you've competed hard. We love you. Coach? Okay, so for seniors, we turn in grades to the Texas High School Coaches Association. It's an association that all of us coaches are a part of. But we turn in their grades and the GPA and all that, and they send back who qualifies for academic All-State. And so we had 2 of our seniors, Kaylee Schumacher. She qualified for academic All-State, and McKiley Metter. So let me say this, our other seniors are also really up there. The standards on this are really high. And I was a little shocked that they didn't also get something. But I'm going to tell you, as a coach, not having to worry about grades is a big deal. And I never had to worry about these seniors' grades. And speaking about that, I mean, I think if we were to go to an academic competition as a tennis team, we would probably win state, because we have a lot of kids that are in the top 10. When I'm talking about our underclassmen, we have a lot of kids that just have really good grades, and it's really awesome. And I'm going to tell you, that's why we're here. We're at school for that. Tennis is just another avenue to say, hey, we want to stay involved. And so your kids are amazing, and I just want you to know we're really proud of them academically. All right, so we do a few awards. And one of the awards we do is a Most Improved Award. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is probably the hardest award to decide on, because everybody out there is Most Improved. But I'm going to start with the girls. This young lady came in this year and could have got out of her car every day and cried. She may have, and I didn't know about it, but I don't think so. She's a freshman. She made the varsity. And she battled from the first time she was out there to now. It's amazing how she has truly improved. And she's just an incredible tennis player, and we're excited. But our Most Improved girl is Story Stropshire. Improved boy, and I'm going to tell you, this probably is going to shock you, because it's not necessarily who you think it's going to be. This young man he's been on the varsity, but he really made the most improvements this year. And I mean, just really outworked a lot of people. He worked on his UTR to bring his UTR up. And he's a silent leader, but he's somebody that we just, as coaching staff, we're like, he really went from pretty good to really good. And our Most Improved this year is Oscar Guerrero. I'm going to tell you, there's 6 other kids that have improved, and this really was the hardest, because I mean, I can look at kids and go, my gosh, how they've improved. And so it really came down, we were just like, well, you know, we just kind of looked at the stats and stuff, and he really made a big deal of bringing his UTR up, going to things that they didn't have to. So, but I will tell you, our whole team has improved. So our whole team is the most improved. Okay, so we also give an MVP singles award, and our singles MVP goes, in the girls' side, goes to Jessie Lee. Jessie's a junior, and Jessie qualified for regionals in singles this year. She actually got beat by a girl that went on to go to state, and Jessie, since that time, has been a machine in saying, that's me next year, I want to go, I want to go. And actually, there's a lot of young ladies and young guys out here that are saying, that's me, I want to go. And it's just fun to watch that. But Jessie had a great year in singles, and she was our MVP. And in the boys' side, this young man could have easily gotten the most improved, but our boys' single is Malachi Negrete. Malachi's a sophomore. He was one spot away from going to regionals as well, and he just did a great job. He's another one. I will tell you, there's a whole slew of them that we're like going, man, it's crazy how much they've improved. But we just decided it was Malachi. His desire to win is driving him to be really good, and that's an awesome thing. We give a doubles award, and our MVP doubles goes to Trinity Luckett and Macaulay Method. These young ladies for 2 years now, last year nearly made regionals, and this year they made regionals, and so it's a huge deal. The two teams that they were really competing against, both of them went to state, and they were a good team. Our girls were a good team, and it was fun to watch. They really had an amazing year, winning a district championship for the first time in a long time. And that's next year. We're going to win a lot of district championships. That's really all of our awards. Okay, I'm sorry. So we also, regional qualifiers, we're also going to honor, and I mean, it's a big deal. You get a chance to go to regionals. Next year, we would like to have, again, 13 of these, and then have another plaque that's a state plaque. But our regional qualifiers were Jessie Lee, girls singles, regional qualifiers in mixed doubles is Ian Westland and Ella Sand. These two are sophomores in the fall. I don't know that they lost a match. They didn't. So you didn't lose a match? They did not lose a match in the fall, and one thing that is pretty awesome to me, they beat Lindell's mixed team. Lindell went on to state, and the only match that Lindell won was their mixed, meaning our kids would have beat the state people that beat them. So really, I mean, these two are special. They've been playing mixed now for 2 years. They're really good at singles too, so we'll see what next spring looks like. But they're just really strong players in our program. We're excited about them. And then our girls doubles, Macaulay Metter and Trinity Luckett. Hey, thank you. We appreciate you being here. We thank you. We don't leave yet. We're going to watch video. And then Coach, I think, is going to say a couple words. You got it ready? Hey, before he starts this, I want to say we don't have an award, and I wish I did, but I really want to say thank you to Christy and Kaylee for doing all the decorations, and any other parents. I know there were several. Ms. McCoy, I know several of y'all came and helped, and we were greatly appreciative. I can't tell you how nice it is to be able to come and have this set up. We thank you a lot. Y'all are superstars, and really need an award.
wanted to cover a few things through this video that y'all just saw. We started back August 1st. It seemed like it was yesterday. No, it seemed like a long time ago, last year. But with that, we had an opening. We came out here, we played out here till 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock one night as we got together as a team. And that was our bonding experience. And I've done this through the years. This is coming up on my 36th, 37th year, who's counting, somewhere in that area. But the kids seemed to enjoy it, and from that point on, I enjoyed it since that day too. I want to thank the parents. Just like, I can rehash everything. Whatever Coach Benner, he's covered everything this evening. But, to hear from me also, I do thank you for letting us work with your kids. This is some of the best kids that I've ever worked with. In over 35 years, this is some of the best kids. They are the best kids I've worked with. So, with that, we had fun. We had a Christmas party. You saw that. We had fun at the Christmas party. We were able to make a trip down to, I'm calling this my farewell tour. This means I'm retiring tomorrow, but I'm starting my farewell tour, and we got to go to Corpus Christi, where I was there for 25 years, and it was fun to go back home. I got to visit with some of my old coaches, but I got to show off the team. And a lot of the players, I'll tell you, we were real close to getting into some matches there, and they were impressed. And that's all I wanted to do, was just go down to impress my friends. And they did a good job of that. So I appreciate that. Thank you, team. We had fun. We got on the way down, Coach wanted to stop at Chicken and Pickles. What is Chicken and Pickles? Well, you saw the pictures, and we saw a few of them over in the Dallas-Fort Worth area this past couple of weeks, and they're growing. And we're trying to start maybe some pickleball here in the next few months, ramp it up and get it going out here. Some of our players, I've seen them out there playing on their off time. They're out there, playing pickleball, which I'm really happy about. But I want to talk about one or two more things. Well, before I get to that, I do want to thank, hey, Logan, stand up. Where you at, Logan? Okay, I know you snuck in here, and I need to say hi to you, Logan. Harley Steegen back here. Two great players from the past, and it's amazing because I keep following them, and I know what they're doing, and all of y'all can be proud of these two right here. She's national, going to world champion Taekwondo this year, or something like that. She's been one of the best in the United States right here. Logan's making money. He's working. Like I said, it's good to see these players, come back and then they keep us informed what the other players are doing. Harley gave me, on the info on everybody, and I'm glad everybody's doing well. Where we're going, where we're heading, we're getting there. I told the story to these kids here. Really, the sophomore bunch is where it all turned around 2 or 3 years ago. We were playing T-High in the afternoon, we played Pleasant Grove in the morning, and we got whooped. We might have won 1 or 2 matches, and that's it. And that was the beginning of Ella and Ian playing mixed doubles in the 8th grade, so they've been a while together. That afternoon, I told them I really broke their hearts when I told them, we just got beat this morning 17-2. The team we're going to play this afternoon, T-High, they beat this team 19-0. So this is what our afternoons will be like. And all I did is tell them, Matt was in the bus, we talked about, I didn't say go out there to win. Did I say go out there to win? I told these teams to go out there and let's get games. Let's get more games than what we did this morning. That was our goal against T-High. And granted, no, we didn't get any matches, but we got games. We got more games than whatever. We got 12 27 to 30 games. It wasn't like in the morning where it was 8-0, 8-0, 8-0, 8-0. In the afternoon match, we were scoring matches. We got games, we got games, and we got games. But here's the mindset where it's turned around and well, we're going in the right direction. These players, they'd get back on the bus after they lost and cry and boo-hoo and everything like that. What they asked me and they told me, we want a rematch. We want to play this team again. Am I right, Ian? Is that what y'all said? That's what they said. We want a rematch, Coach. You know, I'm going to tell you the first 4 or 5 years I was here, the kids that I had, they was like, don't ever set us up with a match like those guys again. You know, they did not want to see that team again. But the players that are sitting down here right now, these super sophomores, what I call them, they have the mentality where they want to go out and they want to fight and they're going to prove. If they lose, they're going to get better and come back and fight again. So this is where we're going. And this is what inspires me to stay, you know, to keep working. You know, I had a principal talk to me this morning and asked, hey, looking at retiring? You're going to be 71 this year. And I'm like, yeah, thought about it, think about it every now and then, but no. I said, I'm having fun. That's the key right there. The key word is, are you having fun? And if I wasn't having fun, yeah, I probably would pull, you know, I'd take my wife with me, we'd go back home. But we're not leaving yet. There's too many good things that are getting ready to happen. And I sure don't want to miss it. And I sure don't want to leave. So I think, like I said, thank you, parents, for letting us work with us. Thanks, Mike Metter. Thanks, Betty Gooch. Because without these two, I don't know if I can do it. I know I couldn't do it by myself. It wouldn't happen by myself. You got to thank these two guys right here. They're the two most important cogs to this puzzle for this team to work. And sure, and you got, you know me, you know, like I said, these are the best. These are the best. I can, hands down, these are the two best coaches I've ever worked with in my 37 years. They are the best. And I'm very, very blessed to have these two. Last but not least, I did talk to the team about our 8th grade middle school. I didn't want to bring them in too much, but I have to brag a little bit. Pleasant Grove, you know, when we played these teams, the players are sitting here, we lost 17-2, 19-0. 2 weeks ago, our 8th graders and our 7th graders, we defeated Pleasant Grove 2 weeks ago, 16-9. So with that, I still say we're still going in the right direction. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to turn it back over to Coach Metter. Like I said, I do appreciate everybody being here. Before I sign off, though, I've got to thank one person and one person in my life, and that's my wife. I don't get tired. I get up every morning. Where are you going? I got to go drive the bus at 5 o'clock. I got to pick up the kids at 6. I got to go get the donuts, get them ready for Coach, get their donuts ready for them. So, but she waits for me patiently. Hey, I won't be back till 9 or 10. We're winning. I mean, we're going to be in the finals or somewhere, in the semis somewhere. So don't expect, we got to feed them too. Got to feed the kids after it's over with. So I'll be home by 9:30. It'll be 10 o'clock. So she's been doing this with me over the last 35 years. One more time, a hand for my wife.
71 years old, is that not amazing? And he really does. UTR tournament last Saturday lasted till 5 o'clock, and they went to a Santana concert in Dallas right afterwards. No telling what time they got home. They're amazing people. In fact, supersonic, I don't know. Hey, thank you. You're dismissed. If you would, help us pick stuff up, and have a great night. Thank you again. Love you.